Jai Shri Krishna, are you ready for another story? You know, when Krishna was little, he used to ask a lot of questions. He asked his mom, why do cows say moo? He asked his dad, where does the sun go at night after I go to sleep? And he asked his big brother, why are you so much stronger than me? And his big brother laughed and said, it's because I lift a calf above my head every day. And I did that for a long time, and now I can lift a whole cow. So there. Krishna thought about it, and he said, I'm going to go lift a mountain. So he started out with little rocks and boulders, but then every day he would go to the Govardhan mountain and try to tug and pull at it and push it. And his friends would laugh, because what kind of little boy can pick up a mountain? That's crazy, isn't it? Anyway, a few months later, it was time for Indra Puja. So of course Krishna had a question. Maya, why do we do puja to Indra? And Yashoda Maya had said, Indra Bhagwan sends us rain. And we all need rain for the crops to grow and for our rivers. And don't you love dancing in the rain, Krishna? Krishna said, yes, but I don't think Indra sends us rain. The rain clouds bump into Govardhan mountain and then they rain on us. That's how it rains. So really we should be saying thank you to Govardhan mountain. Besides, didn't you tell me that prayer is because of love and not because of fear? I should love God like I love you, my Maya, and like I love Baba. I don't think it's a good idea to just do puja and prayer because we're scared of Indra. So Krishna went around the entire village, talked to all of his friends and his friends' parents, and everybody eventually agreed that maybe it is a good idea to do puja to Govardhan mountain instead of to Indra. After all, we all love Govardhan, and Govardhan mountain sustains all of us. All the cows love to graze there, we love to play there, and as Krishna said, it lets the rain fall on our village. So they gathered around the mountain and they did a full day of feasting and playing and puja and prayers. And when that was done, a big drop of rain fell, plop, straight onto Krishna's head. He looked up. Pretty soon there were more raindrops, and the rain came like arrows, sharp and fast and non-stop. The entire village was so scared. They gathered close to Krishna. All the cows came closer. All the animals from the forest came closer. And the village began to flood. And streams of water began to wind their way down the paths and toward the Yamuna River, which began to swell. Everybody looked at Krishna. Now what? Krishna's like, that's okay. I've been practicing. So he went over to the Govardhan mountain, reminded himself that he'd really put in his effort and the Govardhan mountain would protect them all. And he put his little finger underneath the mountain and crooked it up a little harder. And he closed his eyes and he lifted the mountain up, 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 a little higher, a little higher, a little higher. Can you lift the mountain too? And once that mountain was high enough up, all his friends ran under the mountain and they gathered around him and they called to their parents and their friends. They said, come on, Krishna has the mountain. Don't worry, we're all going to be fine. And they all gathered under the huge umbrella of the mountain. And the cows came under the mountain and all the birds and the deer, everybody gathered around the mountain. And Krishna held up the mountain all day, all night. And when he yawned a little bit, all his friends put their sticks up under the mountain to help him. And when he was a little hungry, his mom put sweets into his mouth and he held that mountain up. And finally, after some days, the clouds parted and Indra's voice boomed, Krishna, you have taught me a lesson in humility, that just because I'm powerful doesn't mean that I should become proud. I will always remember that true prayer and true love comes from the heart. And so Krishna lowered the mountain down again, the rains stopped, and everybody always prayed to Govardhan after that. I hope you enjoyed the story. Jai Shri Krishna.